Well, hello everyone. I'd like to take just a moment to introduce myself to you. My name is Dr. Eric Hoy Tucker, and I have been singing professionally since the age of 11, and I have been teaching professionally with great success since my late 20s. Throughout my career as a singer and as a teacher, I have always wanted to write a vocal pedagogy book. However, time has gotten away from me between performing, between teaching, and now I'm doing administrative work, and so I've never gotten around to it. I just didn't have the time to sit down and write and write and write. So now what I'm doing is I'm going to write a vocal pedagogy book, but instead of it being written, it's going to be delivered the way that most people are accepting information these days, which is via online. So I'm going to do a series of YouTube videos. First will be this one, which will serve kind of as the introduction. And then I'm going to do other segments that are going to be chapters. The first one will be one on breath management and support. The second will be turning over in the male voice and getting into the top, which is something with which I've had a great deal of success. And then I'm going to be doing lessons with former students who are quite successful in the field on Broadway, San Francisco Opera, the Metropolitan Opera. And then I'm also going to be doing a lesson with someone who's never had a lesson before to show what I would do. And then also with some of my students who've had like maybe a year. The purpose of this really is just to offer you all some information and some guidance and maybe some technical work that you may find very helpful for you in your singing, but also in your careers as voice teachers. My voice teacher at Florida State used to say that it didn't take anything to hang a shingle out on your side of your house and call yourself a voice teacher. And from all the dreck that's going around on YouTube right now, that's perfectly clear. Anyone who thinks they know something about singing puts something up and titles it with some catchy, nifty tune, and everybody views into it. I think there's like 2 million views on one, how to sing high notes. But you're not really told how to sing high notes. And clearly, if your only objective is to sing high notes, well, you can prick a pig and it will squeal for you and give you a high note if that's what you're looking for. That's not what this is about at all. This is about serious singing, about singing that sustained you over a very long career of maybe 30, 40 years, and not just short-lived. If your goal is primarily popular singing, I would suggest that probably the only thing that this vocal pedagogy book will be good for you would be the first chapter, which is going to be on breath management and support, because you can save a lot of wear and tear and damage to your vocal folds if you just know how to breathe and sing, and that's something that I will address. I want you all to know that this is not one of those scams where I give you a little bit and then I send you to one of my voice clinics, or I send you on to one of my websites, or you pay 3 monthly installments of $9.99 and you'll truly get the keys to the kingdom. That's all crap. That's just about money making. I'm not hustling anybody here. I am truly interested in just giving back to a profession that has given me pretty much everything. I mean, it was through music and through singing that I met my God, that I met my wife, that I was able to have 2 beautiful daughters, to have a wonderful life where I really want, lack, and need for not, and also to have wonderful students and make beautiful music and have loved ones. And so this has been a great life. So if anything that I can offer here in these videos can be helpful to you, man, that's what it's all about. But I'm not going to ask you to be hitting buttons and to sending me money. This is all just a gift, and I hope it will be received as such, because that's my point. You know, as I say, there are lots of people who call themselves voice teachers. There are lots of huge universities that hire big-name singers who really focus the entirety of their lives and their careers based on their singing and not on yours. And that's not my story. My story is that I began as a singer, but I always wanted to teach. Truly, I find no greater thrill than sitting at a piano with a singer next to me, helping them sing, or just making music with them, right? So there will be no scripts for any of these videos. so I may misspeak, and for that I apologize in advance. I try to be very careful with the words that I choose, but sometimes that doesn't work out so well. So anyhow, so I have always been intrigued by the gift of singing. I have a great deal of singers who are out in the field, as I mentioned earlier. If you want the brag sheet, you know, my former students sing at the Metropolitan Opera, at San Francisco Opera, Chicago Lyric, Kentucky Opera, also currently on Broadway in leading roles, formerly on Broadway in leading roles, national tours of musicals, cruise lines, Disney, Universal, you name it, right? And those were my students that all came from very small schools, not from the large big name schools that everyone thinks to go to for a music degree. Some of these students, believe it or not, came in and had difficulty matching pitch, and those of you, you know who you are, you're probably watching this video. But they've had extraordinary careers because they did have some great teaching. I'll take credit for that, but they also wanted it, and they were smart, and they worked extraordinarily hard to achieve their goals. So if that's something in which you may have some interest, I look forward to going through these next series of videos. This is the first, so this is the introduction to the book. The very next one that I'm going to make will be the one on breath and breath energy. Then will be the one, as I said earlier, about turning over and getting into the top voice for the male singer. These right now, this focus of this book is going to be training men how to sing, and especially getting them into their top. And this will be for all genres, for popular music, for musical theater, for opera, for that is what I have pretty much devoted my life to teaching on. So I hope that you enjoy these. I'm keeping all these videos at about no more than 30 minutes long, because I know attention spans sometimes are not so long, and I want you to absorb the information. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. You can contact me at erichoytucker@gmail.com, erichoytucker@gmail.com. I understand that no one is going to agree with everything that I say, and the teaching of voice is also one of those hotly contested issues. There are a lot of teachers who feel that they have these secrets to make great singers. That's not really true. Fine singing is really easy. Singing can be as easy as you want it to be, or as difficult as you choose to make it. That's your choice. So thank you all very much for listening to this introduction, and hopefully I'll see you back for some of the other videos. Have a good day, God bless you, and do remember, singing is as easy as you want to make it, or as difficult as you want to make it. That choice is all up to you. Thank you very much for your time.